I was on the verge of having a pretty good day, I feel. I woke up pretty late. I went to bed pretty late because I was watching Halloween Ends last night, and it was not good. I was very disappointed in that movie. But you know what? I thought that my disappointment would kind of subside for a bit, because this afternoon I woke up after a very long beauty sleep, and I noticed, hey, the Vancouver Canucks game is on. I thought for some reason that the game would be on at 4 p.m. because they're usually on at 4 if it's a game on the East Coast, but no, it was on at 1. And so when I woke up at about 1:40-ish p.m., I looked at the Canucks score, and I was like, wait a minute, they're playing. And it's 2-0. That's amazing. Let's go. Kyle Burroughs has a goal in this game. Conor Garland has a goal in this game. You needed to see these guys get up on the board here. Your depth showing off that they can actually produce offense. And, of course, Conor Garland going out there and being the beast that he has been. Brock Boeser, Pearson, Podkolzin, Schenn, these guys pouncing on the assist category as well. So Brock is a point-per-game player on the season with 2 assists in 2 games played. Very nice for him. But after I turned on the TV, I noticed that the shots on goal were 14-4 for Philadelphia. And I was like, wait, what the hell? I mean, okay, they're winning, the Canucks are, but I don't know, that game seems kind of fishy to me when I acknowledge that the Canucks have scored on 50% of their shots and Thatcher Demko has had to make so many saves early on, and then it was like, oh, look at the power plays. The Philadelphia Flyers spent most of that period, it felt like, on the power play, and the Canucks were just going out there and making sure that they were able to handle that. And to be honest, some of the penalties that I did see started to get a bit ridiculous, especially in the second period. You had yourselves a few notable plays in the start of this second frame. Luke Schenn blocked a shot on a 3-on-2 rush. What an absolute beast. I had seen some pretty good praise for Luke Schenn for the first period performance that he had in this game. Then you had yourselves Andrei Kuzmenko, who got robbed by Carter Hart with a beautiful, beautiful steal by Höglander. It's Höglander, he takes it away from behind the net, centers it out for Petey, backdoor pass for Kuzi, and what a pad save at about 6 minutes into the second period. You then have yourselves Höglander getting into the box. It was a very strange play where Kevin Hayes, the knob of his stick, whacks Höglander. Höglander ends up bloody from that little interaction there, but after Höglander got hit in the face, he kind of reacted in a way where it's like, oh, he leaned really far back, and because of that, he swung his stick and nailed Kevin Hayes in the face. And it was Höglander who was called for high sticking, not Hayes. Even though there was blood on Hoagie, it's kind of the second straight game where there was somewhat of a high stick-ish thing with a Canucks player bleeding that wasn't called, but the referees went out there and said that it was a follow-through, something like that. I'm not really too sure. But eventually, the Canucks kill this penalty off. They do a pretty okay job at making sure that the Flyers can't really get any shots through. To be fair, though, the Flyers didn't really shoot all too much, or as much as they could have on these power plays, it felt like at least. Once the penalty expired, it's Dakota Joshua who gets robbed in front by the same pad of Carter Hart, where this time it's Nils Åman who goes down low. He finds Joshua in front, who tries to wrap it around and go far side. Great pad save for Carter Hart. You then had yourselves even more Canucks penalty trouble. It's Luke Schenn who goes off for elbowing Farabee, and a long shot by Tony DeAngelo goes right through everybody, and the Flyers score. It's 2-1 halfway through the game. Now, I'm going to be honest, when I saw DeAngelo score, I was like, okay, I have him in my fantasy pool, so there are worse things in the world that could have happened, and the Canucks still have a 2-1 lead. We know they went 1 for 8 on the power plays last game against Edmonton, but they had been given, I think, 5 straight penalties in a row in this Philadelphia game, so there are probably going to be some makeup calls soon. We'll probably see the Canucks go out there and hopefully do some power play magic, and we'll hopefully see them bounce back from what was ultimately a very bad loss to the Oilers, right? And then it doesn't happen. The Canucks get a power play. It's Oli Lichel who trips Tanner Pearson, and the Canucks, they almost give up a shorthanded rush with a PD pass back to Hughes. The Canucks cycle it back, they do their little drop pass, they break back into the zone, and then, just a few seconds later, the Canucks give up a shorthanded breakaway to Scott Laughton. What the hell? And he scores! He goes off the post and in! The Canucks give up another shorthanded goal. What the actual I'm not gonna say it because YouTube demonetization, but like, JT Miller, what the hell, man? The guy is in the middle, he's trying to block the pass, he falls down, and it gives the Flyers a very easy bank pass off the boards in front of the bench, and it goes right to Laughton, who comes in, shoots, and scores. The Vancouver Canucks have given up 2 shorthanded goals in the first 2 games of the year, and their power play is absolute dog water. It's so bad. Special teams cost the team last game, and special teams, or the lack of converting on your special teams, resulting in shorthanded opportunities and goals, is coming back to haunt them in this game. It's 2-2. Okay, calm down. It's a 2-2 game. You said it. It's tied. They should be okay heading into the third, right? The Canucks got themselves another power play at the end of the second. It was Wade Allison who hooked Neil Zaman. So, hey, guess what? They can really take things into their own and exercise those demons at the start of the third period if they really want to. But no, the power play doesn't convert. Good movement by the Canucks, but they can't get one by Hart. Eventually, it's Niels Höglander who draws another penalty. The Canucks do the power play again. Boeser gets moved over to the first unit instead of Andrei Kuzmenko. And like we had been talking about all night, the Canucks power play, unsuccessful. The game goes to 4-on-4 after the Canucks pounce on JVR in front of the benches. Kyle Burroughs ends up fighting Nick Delorier, standing up for a hit on Curtis Lazar. And then the Philadelphia Flyers score with 5 minutes to go. It's Travis Konecny who takes the puck off of a Miller deflection, and he wraps it around far side. What the hell was that play? JT Miller tries to stop the puck that is coming towards Demko, and he kind of knocks it down with his stick. But it's a weird little knock because it bounces away from him, and then right from behind is Travis Konecny who takes it, wraps it around, goes far side, and the Canucks are down 3-2. They blew another multi-goal lead after having it for the first 2 periods. At least against Edmonton, you could say, oh, but they played well in the first period. They played well 5-on-5, they did this, they did that. Sure, they played okay 5-on-5 in this game against Philadelphia, but special teams, bro, how the hell is that even a thing? Like, you give up all these shorthanded opportunities and you come away from a first period where it's like, okay, you were outshot to heck 14-4, whatever it was, but at least you were on the PK and you killed those off. But no, it happened again. It's JT Miller who was on the ice for literally every single goal against the Canucks have had in the first 2 games of the year, and we gotta see 8 more years of this guy. Like, I'm being harsh on him because he's making $8 million a season. There was this entire thing. Oh, the money, the contract, whatever. It's like, yeah, JT Miller is a good player. We all know that he can be very good and score a lot of points and do a lot of good things. But man, when a lot of these goals are coming off a direct result of Miller plays, turnovers, him falling down, him giving the puck to the opponent, like, that is the worst. You cannot have an excuse for that. He's making a lot of money because he's supposed to be good, and he's doing not good plays. This is what it takes to be a hockey player in Vancouver, I guess. The Canucks, they draw a penalty with the goalie pulled. It's 6-on-4 for a little bit, and the power play doesn't convert. You have all these guys, Kuzmenko, Miller, OEL, Hughes, PD, and Bo, I believe, and they're all out there and they can't score at the end of the game here. So yeah, the Canucks lose 3-2. 2 straight regulation losses, 2 straight comeback losses with multi-goal leads after the first period, and special teams, they cannot convert. They don't score anything on the power play, and instead they give up shorthanded goals. Sure, the PK wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, they had so many opportunities against, and the one where Tony DeAngelo just fires it from the blue line, it went by everybody. It's not really a play that you can blame on Demko or anything. It's like, yeah, okay, the Flyers had 5 straight power plays. What do you expect them to not score on any of them? They scored on 1, so what? At least you had the power plays coming back for Vancouver. They had 4 straight of the next ones, and they couldn't convert. And they got a shorthanded goal against. So, what the hell? Special teams, man. The Canucks are blowing it again, and it's been 2 games, and now I'm like, yeah, all the anxieties that I had heading into the season. What if the Canucks aren't actually all that great? What if they don't show up to play? What if their special teams still suck from last year? We know the Bruce bump gave them a lot of amplified excitement and enjoyment out of playing on the power play again, but like, boy, I don't like being right in this scenario. It's been 2 games. There are 80 more games to go. But there's been nothing short of hopelessness watching these 2 games because there wasn't too much good to pay attention to. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens on Monday against Ovechkin and the Capitals. I want to see Bo Horvat maybe get a goal. Shut all the haters up, because now it's kind of Miller who's getting the hate instead of Bo like last time. But talk in the comments either way all your thoughts about the Canucks and the Flyers. I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, if you're a fan of Halloween like I am, man, Halloween Ends. What a disappointing movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about all this stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls99, and bye.